So tonight's episode is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be an install video, Bluetooth relay that you actually plug and play into your existing wiring for any of your accessories. Push a button, turns on. Push a button, it turns off. Flash pattern, and you can dim it. It literally just took me about 2 minutes. You saw it right there. Swap one relay, swap the other, download the app, connect the two, and boom. You're in business. What is up, YouTube? Matt McAdam, your truck editor, driving line. Another fabulous episode of Chasing Dust. And boy, what an awesome episode I've got for you guys tonight. So tonight's episode is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be an install video on a really cool product that I just got my hands on that I've never really had any experience with before. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute here. But first, I want to apologize if I'm sweating, if you guys can see it. It's a really hot night here at the shop, so just know that it's pretty humid and it's pretty gross out there. We had a lot of thunderstorms in the area this last couple days, a few monsoons just east of here. So all that residual moisture is just like bogging down right here on SoCal, and it's just been kind of a miserable last couple of days. But with that out of the way, I want to show you guys the vehicle we're going to be working on today. It is my daily driver, my 2008 Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. So the unit that we're installing today is actually a part that I got from a friend of mine who works for the company that manufactures this piece. And he said, hey, why don't you just take this thing, try it out, put it on your car, install it on your truck, whatever you want to do, and just let me know how you like it. So I figured, why not do an episode of Chasing Dust on the install and just kind of give my thoughts on the piece throughout the video. So without much further ado, let's check it out. Also want to apologize in advance. I'm not here alone at the shop today. There's a rather annoying cricket sitting probably in that corner over there, and he is just not shutting up all night. So if you hear that in the audio, sorry about that, but I've tried everything to shut him up, tried turning the fan on, tried turning some music on. He wants to sing his little cricket heart out. So what can you do? So what we're going to install tonight is a relay made by a company called Trigger, and this is the one relay. They have several other variations of this, but it's not just a regular relay. I'll let you guys get a good look at it here. The packaging's super nice. You guys can kind of see that. What it is it's a Bluetooth relay that you actually plug and play into your existing wiring for any of your accessories. Let's say you got some lights, any kind of accessory you may have that you would normally have an on-off switch for. So most people, it's going to be like an auxiliary light or something to that nature. So what this Trigger 1 relay does is it actually replaces an existing relay that's on your wiring harness, and it lets you control whatever accessory you're powering off of that relay with a smartphone app. Super cool. Nowadays, everything is connected for everybody, right? You got your connected home, you have your connected television, you have your connected computers, all your devices talk to each other. You have, smart home stuff like Alexa that can turn your lights on and off whenever you want from anywhere in the world, your garage door opener. Why not start moving that technology into your car, right? And this is something that you can purchase and add on to your existing harness, and it's just plug and play. It just works. I'm going to be installing this today on my Crown Victoria. I currently have a 14-inch light bar sitting on the front bumper, the push bar on this thing. I don't know if you guys can see it from here. Give you guys a better view of it. There's the 14-inch light bar, which is currently being powered by just a regular relay and a regular switch that is located on the dashboard. Anyways, if you have like any lights on your vehicle that you may want to turn on, let's say you're sitting around a campfire, you've already set up for camp for the night, and you got all your lights on, and it's time to just kind of dim things down and just hang out, maybe make some food. You just don't want to have all that bright light there around the truck, but you're busy doing stuff, whatever, away from the truck. Pull your phone out, click, lights turn off. Or if you need them on right away, let's say you're going to go use the restroom or something, you need some lights really quickly, boom, turn them on. Kind of cool. I mean, it gives you the most amount of control for the accessory you already have installed, you already have wired on your car or your truck. The idea is really, really cool to me. Having all the other connected devices around my house, the garage, the shop, everything, I think it'd be cool to have that technology on my daily driver. I am going to be installing this piece today, showing you guys just what it takes to put it in, and then how to work the app and get it running and make it work and see how it works and just see how it does. Because I've never installed this before. I don't even know what it's, how the app is. I don't know anything about it. It's the first time I'm going to be opening it right here for you guys. So let's check it out. Working off of a engine crate here from Jasper Motors. Don't mind, I don't have a table in front of me here. I did open it up without the camera running because I forgot my tripod at home today. So I wasn't able to set it down and do a full unboxing for you guys. But it's really nicely packaged. It's got this plastic piece which keeps it, nicely in place. And then this goes over here. It's got a little instruction booklet in there. The backside's got some more information on the company. And then there's, of course, the relay itself, which is nicely encased in some foam here so that the blades or the connections don't get bent or messed up. So that's really cool that they kind of give you that little foam pad there. Something you don't normally get with a lot of relays. It does have a bracket so that you can bolt it to your body or wherever you're going to be installing this, maybe on a panel or something. But overall, it's about the same general size as a relay. It just feels maybe a little bit heavier, but it's got this reset button and then a status light here with a little LED next to it that I'm sure we're going to see light up once we have it plugged in. So yeah, pretty neat actually. It's a dandy little piece of technology there. And just so you guys can see, I have this really poorly wired switch here that will turn red, that you can see right there. And that will turn on the light bar. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's on right now. So standard switch operation. Just flip the switch, light comes on. Flip it again, light goes off. All right, well, news to me, my hood struts are gone out, so I had to find a makeshift hood prop. And thank God for those Harbor Freight floor jacks, because this handle comes in perfect for a prop for your hood. Got to make do with what you got, right? So this light bar, the wiring on it, it's pretty simple. I can see here it's got a blade fuse in line here just off the battery, positive pole to the negative pole here. And that wire falls back to this bunched up piece of wiring here. And that's connected to just your standard 30 amp relay, which is, actually this is a 40 amp relay, which is bolted to the fender well. So in theory, it should be as simple as just removing that relay from the harness and replacing it with this one right here. And then turning on the app and linking it to the trigger one relay, and then it should just work. That's got to be as simple as that. So let's try that. We're gonna unplug that relay right there, plug this one in, and then download the app. Let's go ahead and just unplug that guy so you can see here. That's where the relay would go. That's the old relay sitting right here. I'm probably just gonna leave that right where it is in case I have another accessory later on. It's actually in a good spot there. And then it should be as easy as just connecting the new relay to that harness. I'm just popping on and kind of doing it one-handed there. There you have it, folks. Pretty easy install right there. I'll probably just bolt this to another hole here and just leave it on the fender. It's kind of a easy to get to spot for this stuff. But for now, I'm gonna leave it alone and see how this thing works, and then later on I'll go in and clean it up. All right, so next thing's next. Let's download the app here. I'm on the App Store for iPhone. It says the app can be found in the Apple or Google Play stores by searching Trigger ACS Plus. Okay, so let's search for Trigger ACS Plus. There it is. Yep, that looks right. Let's download that. So it's telling me to select trigger device. So they have a 4-channel controller, a 6-shooter controller, a volt battery monitor, and a 1 Bluetooth relay. So I'll get into the other products that they got here in just a minute, but for now we're going to choose 1 Bluetooth relay. It's going to say view instructions or add device. Okay, the instructions are pretty much what I got in the box there, so that's all redundant. Let's hit add device. So it's trying to connect to it. It's definitely not finding anything though, and there's no, I don't see a light there shining up. So no light, and it's not connecting. gotta be, oh. Okay, so maybe if I turn the switch on the inside on, it will send power to that relay. Okay, so now you can see the light bar is on. But now you can see a little blinking status light there. That's good news, I suppose. It took a couple of tries there, but it finally was able to register it. And now it's giving me the control of the device. So I'm gonna stand over here in front of the car, give you guys a better view. Okay, so the app has a on-off button, so let's make sure that works first. Hey! Off, on, off, on. That's neat. Okay, so the on-off feature works really well. There's a little slider here for a dimmer, it looks like. Oh, wow. Even with an LED light bar, it'll actually dim this thing. And it's got a slider on it. So you guys can see, I'm sure on camera it looks kind of weird, but you can dim it from total darkness, even just barely on, to full power. Neat. And then it's got another button here with a lightning bolt on it, a little slider. And that's the flash feature. Okay, sweet. I don't want to be using that one anytime soon with this car. Don't want to be giving off the wrong impression here. But, wow. So, that's it. I guess it works. It works pretty well. I mean, as soon as you got it connected, which took a minute, it was really intuitive, really easy to use. It lets you actually name each accessory, so it doesn't just say accessory 1, accessory 2. It actually lets you name it, and you can put it like front light bar, dust light, you know, whatever you want. So as you're going down the road, or if you're parked, you can just connect to whatever device or auxiliary light, whatever you got on your car or your truck, and just click it on or off, and you can dim it if you have a light, or flash it. So I don't see this being used for anything other than lighting, because you wouldn't want to dim like a radio or a winch or something like that takes power from a 12-volt source. But a light would, you know, definitely would be cool to dim here and there if you just don't need all the full maximum lumens from whatever light you got. I'm impressed. This piece goes, I think, somewhere around 50 bucks online. Let me just double check that before I say it on camera. Yeah, so you can get it for about $49.95, and it replaces your relay. And you just saw how quickly it was installed. Literally just plug and play, swap your old relay for the new one. And what turned out having to be the case was you have to have the switch. If you have your wiring set up so that you have a regular switch in the dash right now, you need to have that switch on for this relay to work. So not a huge concern for me. I'll just leave that thing on, you know, just make sure it doesn't drain the battery if it's got a light bulb on the switch. But I wouldn't be using this all the time. It's just, you know, whenever I need it. So it's easy enough to just switch on and off before I leave the car. All in all, I'm pretty impressed with how easy it was to install, with how nicely, neatly it was packaged, how effective it actually is and what it does. Pretty cool. I could see myself using this on my Toyota pickup, where I have a lot more auxiliary lighting and stuff that does need to flash, like a dust light or something like that, to get someone's attention if they're coming up behind you. I do like the fact that they have a 4-unit and a 6-unit, so that if you have multiple, you know, circuits on your vehicle, you can just wire all of them. This nice and neat box that they sell, and then you just got one lead going to your positive terminal and another lead going to the ground, and that's it. That's you can control all your accessories from your smartphone. So pros and cons to doing that stuff. If your phone ever runs out of battery, or if you lose it when you're out somewhere in the middle of nowhere, you want to be able to use your accessories still. So I would definitely wire it into like a physical switch, not just straight to the 12-volt power supply, and then not run a switch on it, because you could theoretically wire your relay that way, but then your relay is on all the time, and that's just unnecessary wear and tear on a piece that, you know, electronics will fail after a certain amount of use. I can only imagine this is the same as everything else out there. You don't want it on all the time. So having it on a switch is a smart idea. And then you'll be able to use it if you lose your phone, or if your phone breaks, or if it dies or something, you don't have any battery left in it. I kind of want to pull this car outside and just check that blinking feature out when it's down the dark alley over here. See how it looks. Okay, so pulling up the app here. So there's the light bar on at night. It's just a 14-inch, it's not too bright. Let's try to dim it down. Too far. Yeah, so you can see the beam pattern as I brighten it up to full brightness. And there's the flash. Well, that's scary enough. I don't think I'll be using that one very often. Pretty cool. Push a button, turns on. Push a button, it turns off. Flash pattern. And you can dim it. Well, there you have it. I am covered in sweat on this humid night out here, but you just saw the Trigger 1 relay wired up into my Crown Victoria on an LED light bar, and that was amazing. Few and far between are installs that simple and really that easy. It literally just took me about 2 minutes. You saw it right there. Swap one relay, swap the other, download the app, connect the two, and boom, you're in business. What they also have that I just looked up online is that they actually have a physical switch panel that is Bluetooth operated to the unit under your hood. Really cool, because I've used other companies' wiring management, power management stuff for accessories, and they sometimes come with like a touch screen, little screen that you suction cup to your windshield or something to operate your switches. I'll be honest, it probably works fine for on the road, but off-road, it's really, really hard to get the right switch on a touch screen that's mounted to your windshield as you're going over any kind of rough surface. So having a physical switch that you can just bam, rocker switch on, bam, rocker switch off, like really, really easy, solid, and it's like a full one-piece thing. That's really awesome. So I may have to get one of those, because that is definitely going to be making it onto my Toyota build once I get to that spot, which could be like 2 more years from now. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. Please be sure to share, like, comment on this video if you guys think you have a really cool use for this that I didn't go over. I'm sure that you guys can get creative with 12-volt wiring and see what you guys can come up with. And subscribe to Driving Line, guys, because we have a lot of really cool content coming out. I know I keep saying that every week, but really, you go through our YouTube channel and there's a ton of really unique, really cool videos up there. So be sure to subscribe to us, hit that bell icon, so that way, every time we have a new video, you guys are the first to know about it, and you guys can check it out before everybody else does. Pretty cool bragging rights, I know. But it's late, I'm covered in sweat, I need to go home and take a shower. I appreciate you guys watching tonight, Chasing Dust, another episode. I'm hitting the road this week. Tomorrow I'm gonna be heading up to Spokane, Washington to be visiting a couple of local shops up there. A few friends of ours are gonna check out their operation, what they got going on, some of the cool vehicles they got there. Maybe get some wheeling in if I can. I'll be there for about 4 days. But that's going to be an episode for next week and the week after. So until then, guys, stay safe. See you on the trail. Desert Chief out.